I think that will be impossible for Ethan Hunt. Can he take a nap?
Your life will always matter more to me than my own.
What was in the script this time that you were like, they're not pulling that off, and then they did?
Well, this thing, you know, I mean that...
Oh yeah, that's Tom flying behind you.
Actually being there on the day and actually seeing it in real time, that was a genuinely nerve-wracking experience, you know, because he'd do this moment here, and then he'd go down there, and we'd lose sight of him, and then there'd just be silence. And we'd wait to hear the radio come to life and say, oh, you had good canopy, which meant his chute had opened. And that gap, I mean, it was an eternity.
The vertical train rig, I mean, just insane. Going from horizontal to vertical in 6 seconds on a steep incline and having to reach a mark and hang from it as we're hanging over a ravine. At one point, Tom looked at me and he could tell that I'd had adrenal fatigue. And he just looked at me and he went, you need some chocolate. And I went, yeah, I think I do. I think that's exactly what I need. And then gave me a beautiful piece of chocolate, then I was able to carry on.
Is there a specific stunt or scene that you can't believe that you pulled off?
I mean, it was really exciting to get to run on top of a train, of a moving train, you know? And it's like some things that you usually are not allowed to do because people want you to do things with CGI and protected and all that. So to be able to do that outdoors on a running train and then like jump over carriages, it was so much fun. I loved it. And also, if I had like any hesitation about anything, I would just hum do 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 right before the take, and it was like, okay, let's go.
Every single one of them. Yeah. I say that I'm not being facetious. With these movies, the intensity of constructing them is so immense. The schedule is usually very, very tight. The challenges on this one were so extreme. Your head is down for most of it, just trying to execute what it is you've set out to do. And it takes a long time for you to really get a sense of the scope of what you've done. It was only when we were in the cutting room and started to put together the movie that we realized just how big a movie we had made.
Is there something you still want to see him do? Is there some kind of like location that you want to see him jump from?
I would love to see Ethan Hunt run a chef's kitchen. I think juggling plates and having to deliver a Michelin star restaurant cuisine over and over again with the threat of starting kitchen fires and having very angry customers giving up and walking out. You know, I want to see something sort of more domestic, or like maybe even Ethan Hunt. I think his biggest challenge would be probably taking a nap. I think that will be impossible for Ethan Hunt. Can he take a nap?
Honestly, that is scary to say it because if you give him the idea, he will really do it. So I'm kind of skeptical to give any type of ideas planted in his head.
I want to see him walk between the 2 tallest buildings in any great city.
But someone already did it, so he's gonna want to do something that someone hasn't done. So let's stop giving him ideas, because he will do it. And somehow he's very convincing. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. And then you're up there and you're like, wait, why did I say yes?
And for Tom to take a moment off, that would be Ethan and Tom's biggest challenge. You know, the funny thing is every time we make one of these movies and we get to the end, I always get asked, what's next? What could you possibly do next? And I always say, I have no idea. And then I turn up for work the next time and there it is in the script. There's something even crazier, even more vast. And I can always trust Tom and McHugh to just like push the envelope that little bit further.
Taking a nap is so good because I can't imagine Ethan or
doing that.
Tom taking a nap.
Yeah, or a holiday?
Yes,
maybe
right?
a holiday.
Oh my god, yes, a holiday.
Like a beach holiday.
With a cocktail, like just on the beach. Like tanning? Oh my god, I don't think so.
Like a nice martini, a nice chilled martini. I would actually love that for him.